Hey, welcome back to another issue of Shit Show in the Backyard. No, I'm just kidding. It's picked up another lawnmower. Some guy was giving it away for free. It looked like it was in decent shape. It's a weed eater, I think, and it just won't start. So let's go take a look. So we're just going to try and start it up here. Nothing. But if I spray some quick start, in there, wanted to start. Try that again. All right, it starts up with a quick start, so that means it's not getting gas. And we will have to take the carburetor off and clean it. All right, I've got the carb off. Here it is. Now I'm going to attempt to do this closer to the camera so you can see what I'm doing here. So I'll take the bowl off first to get at the inside of it. Oh, a little bit of gas left in there. Oh, there's the bowl. What the heck? Pretty crusty. And there's the carb. The rest of it. Look at all that crap. Oh my goodness. Well, we'll try to clean it up as best as we can. A lot of shit in there, though. All right. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is take this pin out. Take out the float. Set that aside. Float looks pretty good. Bowl's dirty as hell. And that's gross. So we gotta blast that out with some carb cleaner, I guess. Let's start with the bowl. I'm just gonna do it off camera here. Oh yeah. I got a little pool of carb cleaner. Look at that. I just covered the hole with my finger and just rubbed it around inside. Try to get all this shit off. All right. Oops. I dropped it. Okay. That is just disgusting. I guess this one's been packed away for a while. Ridden hard and put away wet. I guess. But I think we can get it going. Phew. See, it's already starting to come a little cleaner. I don't think I'm going to get some of this rust off, but there's a bit of rust in there, I think. Some kind of corrosion anyway. I'm not super worried about that. As long as there's no loose stuff that's going to be able to come off. There we go. That's a lot better. Most of that's just little rust spots, I think. See that? Dry it out a bit. Nothing coming off from my rag, so I don't think any more is going to actually come off. Probably good for that for now. I think that'll do. Not the best, but this stuff is kind of corrosion. It's not going to come off, I don't think. No, it's like pitted and corroded a bit. So we'll set that aside. Take a look at this mess here. Ooh. Spray some cleaner on that. Pretty nasty. All the holes in the carburetor seem fairly clean though. Just that one where the jet is very messed up. See, I just sprayed it out, and you can see the screw slot for the jet now. It was all covered in gunk, so we'll just wipe this off a little bit. Maybe give it a little more spray with this. So when I spray into this hole right here, it should come out. There's two or three little tiny holes way in there. You see them? There's three, and they're shaped like a triangle way in. Yeah, you can see them right now. So when I spray in this back hole here, they should be coming out there. Let's see. And you see how it comes out? So that's good. Spray down here. Should come out. That is the gas line. Spray down here. There's another hole. If I take this out, I need to get a screwdriver. I unscrew this. And then pop this out. Easier said than done. I don't want to wreck it. Just coax it out here. There we go. There's a passageway down there too, you see? Clean that out. Clean this out. Get out my little wires here. There we go. Nope, not that one. This one. The wire in here. It's too small. The hole's too small. It won't fit in. I don't think that's a hole at all, actually. That one. Spray that down. Spray in the hole itself, because that's... You can see it's popping out this hole, see? If I put it in here, it'll come out there. That's good. It's the float needle hole. Yep, did that one. So that all looks pretty good. Now we'll pop that back in. Shove it back in there. Throw that idle speed thing back in. A screw. I don't know. I think it was around there. I probably should have taken notice. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see if it's revving like mad. I don't know what that is. I think that might just be for the... Alright. Now let's pop this out. Just take a screwdriver and unscrew it. Why is it stuck? Uh-oh. Maybe I didn't actually turn it. Thought I turned it. Nope, it's not turning. I think I need a wider screwdriver blade. Last thing I want to do is strip this. Alright, I got a good grab on it now. There we go. The blade on the other screwdriver was a little too... wasn't wide enough, so I wasn't getting the entire slot at the top. So you can see it chews it up a little bit. So just take that out. Alright, let's go for this part here. That looks pretty good. I don't know if you can see that, but it's nice and clear. Okay. So this part, when I was knocking over trying to get the other part out, this part flew down into my garbage box, so I had to go digging for it. Yay. All right. We'll take a look at these holes. You can see how small these holes are, and that's why something like this with all these different size wires is great for getting in there and reaming them out, getting the dirt out of them. This wire seems to fit perfectly in there, which is great. And then there's some bigger holes down at the bottom. And I'll use that to clean out. Really, this thing doesn't look too bad. But we'll clean the holes out anyway. Okay. A bit of... oh, there's another little hole down here. I didn't see that one. There we go. Spray that out. See if it's... when I spray this in, see if it comes out the holes. It should. That looks pretty good. Okay. Okay, I feel pretty happy with this. So now I got to figure out how this goes back in. I think it goes that tapered end. There's a bit of a taper on the inside of that. That goes in or up, I believe. Because you can see the part that goes in behind it. Marries up the same size as that end. So I think that's how it goes. I wish I had noticed. But it flew out too fast. Yeah, I'm sure it's... that end goes up through. So when I put that back in, just drop it in there. You can almost see where it comes up through this hole. Right there. You see it in the middle? And then we'll put this in behind and screw it back in. Okay. And we'll tighten it up snug. There we go. And it's in there. And now see how that end pushed the first part up? You see it better there? The little brass thing in the middle? Pushed it right up. So that's perfect. Okay. Now let's get my float back on. See, that all looks nice. There's no real corrosion or anything, or no dirt on it. I'll spray it down a bit anyway. Pop it back in the hole, just like that. Throw my pin in for this hinge part here. Maybe. There we go. And when this goes back in, this little spacer here goes up against the engine. So this part will be out right here. And so this is my bowl drain screw right here. So if I ever want to drain the bowl, I want to be able to access that screw. So I want it to be out like this. Like so. Put the screw back in. Or the bolt, I guess, whatever. And tighten it up. And there we have it. So it's cleaned up quite a bit. Hopefully that's enough to get it done. We'll throw her back on and have a look. Alright guys, we got the carburetor back in. And you can see it's not in too bad of a shape. A little dirty, I'll clean it up. There's not a whole lot of stuff on the bottom of it underneath, so it's all pretty good. Now let's test her out. Make sure she works. Should. Bring my camera over. Bring her up. And let's start her up. Okay, sounds pretty good. Saved another one from the landfill, and maybe someone can use it. I'll probably sell it for 50 or 60 bucks. Nothing fancy, but I got it for free, so see you in the next one.